What up? This is Just That Dude, and this is Just That TV, and I am here with Bates Motel Season 4, Episode 7. Forgot what the fuck it's called, but whatever. So, freaking Dr. Edwards is talking to Norman about his little recent blackout or whatever like that. Norman's like, he don't remember anything from yesterday, like what happened or whatever like that. You know, he was just explaining every fucking thing to him and was just like, you know, fucking... For things to get better, they gonna have to get worse or whatever like that. Meaning, you know, we tap into your motherfucking mind deeper or whatever like that, you're probably gonna have more blackouts and all this other shit. So, fucking, mind you, let me just get this out the way, because y'all already know, like, I'm a little thotty when it comes to Dr. Edwards. Like, OMG, I don't know what the fuck it is about Dr. Edwards. Like, oh my god, like, Dr. Edwards is so motherfucking fine. And the way he talk and his voice just... Oh, his bitch just floods my basement every time. Like, OMG. Like, but anyway, let's keep it PG, bitch. Let's keep it PG. So Norma is at home. This bitch, she is in bliss, y'all. Like, she is just happy. She is over here sexing on Romero. You know, they having little wild nights and all this other shit. You know, it's just leaving her happy, you know. She want to motherfucking redecorate, and she want to make curtains and clean out the basement and, you know, make little, whatever the fuck she said she want to put down there, something with fruit or some shit. I forgot what the fuck it was, but, you know, she just want to, you know, do all of this shit. She want to renovate the house and shit. You know, she want to bring some color and some light up in there. You know, she getting her some good. You know, she a new Norma. Like, she just, ooh, she in it. But she just like, you know, she was telling Romero about it. He was like, okay, that's good or whatever, you know, just let me know and I'll get anything that you need. So she thought about it or whatever. She was like, nah, never mind or whatever, you know. It was just a thought. I can't really do it because I don't really have the funds for it. You know, I'm broke and I'm back on motherfucking payments and all this other shit. So she was just like, just forget about it or whatever. So he was like, remember when I said I was down here hiding some money or whatever? She like, yeah. He was like, well, it was true, bitch. Like, I got some money down here. He pulls out the money and show her. She like, where the fuck did you get this from? He was like, it's fucking from Bob Parrish or whatever like that. And, you know, this money don't have a name on it or whatever like that. And I don't know what to do with it. So this is like a good motherfucking thing, you know, for you because you really motherfucking need it or whatever like that. At first she was just like kind of taken back, like, what the fuck? Like, I don't want this shit. But then, you know, she accepted it because, you know, this bitch knew she really motherfucking needed it. And I was like, bitch, you stupid. You gonna take that? Because I would have took it, bitch, to give it to me. Because a bitch is broke right now. A bitch got motherfucking bills. A bitch needs some motherfucking money. So, bitch, give it to me. Like, for real. So, as they motherfucking, you know, as she hugging him or whatever like that, they about to have a little moment down in the basement. The phone rings. Romero goes upstairs, answers the motherfucking phone like, well, I guess he is paying bills. So, he answers the phone, bitch, it's Norman. Norman calling because he's fucking in his little shop class. And he's making this little paper mache dog or whatever like that. He did a good ass job too. That shit was fire. And he comes across this article in the newspaper, the little picture that Norma and Romero took at the little winter little thing or whatever. He sees that. And down at the motherfucking bottom, it's like newly married couple or some bullshit or whatever like that, says that they married. So, you know, he called or whatever, you know, to check her, and he like, okay, well, I'm coming home. I'm checking myself out and I'm coming home ASAP. So she like, what the fuck you mean coming home? Don't you think you need to stay? He like, nah, bitch, I don't think I need to stay. Like, I'm coming home, so bitch, I'm gonna call you when I'm ready. So I was like, oh shit, bitch, like, somebody better do something, because So Norman talks to the nurse and tells the nurse that he ready to check himself out, he ready to go. So she was like, well, it doesn't really work like that or whatever. Like, you gotta sit down, you gotta type out a little letter or whatever, you gotta send it off, and then they'll fucking, you know, basically look over it. But it's gonna take 72 hours for them to motherfucking analyze it, you know, look over it and shit and all that other shit. Plus, he gotta get it signed by Dr. Edwards or whatever, saying that, you know, everything is cool with him and that he can motherfucking leave. So he was like, okay, well, what if I stop motherfucking making payments? So he was like, okay, well, since thanks to your motherfucking stepdad, your motherfucking insurance paid up to 3 months. So, bitch, we good. Like, bitch, you up in this bitch for a good little minute. So he was like, oh, my stepdad, okay. So, you know, he pissed off about that shit. So, fucking skip over to Emma ass. Emma is arguing with her daddy because her daddy told her that her mama came down or whatever like that while she was in surgery. So she mad because, you know, she really wanted to hear what her mama had to motherfucking say or whatever and all this other bullshit. Dylan comes to the door. He throws Dylan under the motherfucking bus. and was like, Dylan, let her know. Wasn't her mama fucking a mess or whatever like that? So Dylan looking like, what? So she like, oh, so you knew, why the fuck you didn't tell me or whatever like that? So now she pissed off at Dylan. And I was like, way to go, dad, the fuck? So Dylan tells her like he didn't tell her or whatever because he felt like he didn't want to get her upset. You know, she was already going through motherfucking surgery and shit. Like, bitch, she didn't want to make her upset or whatever like that. She like, bitch, my motherfucking mama's not answering the phone. It says her phone is disconnected. You know, she's starting to motherfucking worry or whatever like that. So I'm like, bitch, whatever. So then Dylan goes to Norma's house or whatever and was talking to Norma or whatever and was like, you know, how's Norman doing? So she was like, Norman good or whatever like that. He wants to come home. So she was like, no. He was like, no, don't let Norman come home or whatever like that. She was like, yeah, I wasn't going to do that anyway or whatever. But why? Like, what the fuck is up? So he was like, you know, I found this motherfucking letter in Norman's room. And it's a letter that Emma's mom wrote for Emma or whatever. So she like, what? That was in his room? How he did that? Let me see. So he was like, yeah, like, what the fuck to tell Norma, like, look, Norman, he violent or whatever like that. You know, he does these things that he don't know that he's doing. You know, she trying to play dumb and shit. She trying to deny every motherfucking thing. He was like, plus, bitch, I seen that this bitch checked in, but she didn't check out. So she's still trying to motherfucking, like, blow past or whatever like that. Like, stop trying to say all this stuff about Norman or whatever. Just let it go. You know, like, she was motherfucking crazy and the bitch was motherfucking coming over here trying to get information or whatever like that. And, you know, just let all the shit go. Just let it go. So he like, no, bitch, I'm not about to let it go. Like, I love motherfucking Emma and she wants to motherfucking know what the fuck happened. So I'm trying to find this bitch. So, you know, he calls, I guess where where Emma's mom was living at, and the landlord answered the phone and was like, you know, like, I'm looking for that bitch too. Like, it's been a couple motherfucking months. This bitch ain't motherfucking pay her rent or whatever. Like, we fucking moving her shit out. Like, she gonna have to motherfucking pay us to move all her shit out. Dylan was like, okay, well, what did she leave? They're like, bitch, she left every goddamn thing, bitch. Everything up in this bitch. Bitch, her motherfucking bedroom set, her motherfucking living room set, bitch, her dining room set, bitch, all her clothes, her shoes, bitch, everything's up in here, and I want my motherfucking money. So he like, damn, or whatever like that. So he takes all of his information back to Emma and he lets Emma know. So Emma done made it up in her head. She comes to this conclusion. She was like, you know what? This bitch did this shit on purpose. Her phone being off and her getting evicted. It's just her way of trying to motherfucking use us to make us feel sorry for her so we can give her some motherfucking money or whatever like that. Like, she's always fucking did it. My dad was just trying to fucking protect me or whatever like that. And she just mad or whatever. You know, she just like, I don't need her in my motherfucking life or whatever and all of the other bullshit. And I was like, bitch, open your eyes, bitch. So the bank lady, what the fuck her name? Rebecca. I think that's her name. The bank lady, she comes by Romero's office because she's about to drop off the little joint checks that they got or whatever like that. She's about to drop off the joint checks, and she's trying to let Romero know that she's about to leave or whatever. She's leaving and going out of town. She fucking, or she's, you know, leaving for good. She going back to motherfucking Indiana with her mama because her mama's sick or whatever like that. He was like, oh, that's cool or whatever, you know, but don't you think you should let the motherfucking DA know, because, you know, it's gonna make it look like you're trying to skip out of town or whatever, like, you know something or something. She's like, bitch, I don't give a fuck, like, my mama's sick and bitch, I gotta go, so I don't give a fuck. So I was like, okay, well, bitch, go. So Norman tells Dr. Edwards that he leaving or whatever like that. He was like, you know, he still want to work with Dr. Edwards, but, you know, he just want to go home, whatever like that. And ain't nothing that Dr. Edwards can say to make him stay. So he was like, Dr. Edwards was telling him that he's not ready or whatever like that, and he should motherfucking stay, and that he's gonna motherfucking write an affidavit to, you know, send to the judge or whatever like that, saying that Norman is not in his right state of motherfucking mind to leave or whatever like that. So then Norma brings her ass down there out of the motherfucking blue. She's telling Dr. Edwards that she don't want motherfucking Norman to leave either, that he's not motherfucking ready. So they both on the same goddamn page. But Dr. Edwards is letting her know, like, bitch, Norman is here on his fucking free will, so technically he can leave when he wants to motherfucking leave. The only thing that can make him stay, bitch, is if I write this motherfucking affidavit. And plus, bitch, it will work out better, you know, if you motherfucking, you know, vouch for it too or whatever. And, you know, you say, you know, he's not motherfucking able, you know, he needs to motherfucking stay. So she was just like, you know, I don't really want to do that to Norman. You know, I don't want to go behind his back and do no shit like that. Let me just talk to him. So she went to go talk to Norman, and you know, she was trying to motherfucking butter him up at first. So she was like, but you know, like, you really doing good here and you making a lot of progress, so I think it's best that if you stay here. So he like, okay, well, who came up with this decision, you or your husband? So she like, what you talking about? What you mean? So he was like, bitch, don't play stupid. Like, I already know you and Romero married or whatever like that. He pulls out the little article out of his pocket. So, you know, she trying to motherfucking think of a little excuse in her head. She like, oh, it's not like that or whatever like that, and I did everything for you. You know, she trying to downplay the little relationship with her Romero. She like, it's just acting or whatever, you know, he's a public figure, so we gotta make it look real, and you know, it's not real or whatever. I did all this stuff for you, for the insurance, to get you in here, because this is a expensive place and all this other shit. And he like, okay, well, if you did all of this for me, then prove it. Let me come home. And you know, he breaks the fuck down. He start crying and shit. He like, I did everything that you asked me to do, and I'm making so much progress here, and I will continue to work with Dr. Edwards and take my medicine. Like, I just really want to fucking come home. Like, please let me come home. Let me come home. And you know, she can't say no because he begging and he crying and shit. So she hugs him, was like, okay, you can come home. I was like, bitch, you soft. So Dr. Edwards talked to Norman. Norman is in there finishing his little paper mache dog or whatever like that. Dr. Edwards come in there to talk to him, said he want to apologize because Norman is smart or whatever, smarter than the average patients that he usually have, and he felt like he pushed Norman too hard or whatever. So he wanted to apologize to Norman and all this other shit. Talking about but he thought that they was on the same page, and he thought, you know, Norman wanted help or whatever. Norman was like, we are on the same page. Like, I do want help. I want to continue to work with you or whatever like that. I just feel like that I don't need to be here to do that or whatever. And he was like, you're calm. Like, Dr. was trying to spook him out and was like, you're calm now, but what happened if the blackouts, you know, get worse or whatever like that? So Norman was like, you trying to scare me? Like, this is not about to work or whatever like that. You want me to tell you the truth? The truth is, yes, I'm scared. The truth is, I'm scared or whatever like that. Like, I hate fucking waking up, not knowing what happened, not knowing what I did, knowing that I blacked out, but not knowing what I did or whatever like that. He was like, but I'm on my medications and I have you. As long as I have you in my corner or whatever, we can fucking work this out. We can do this or whatever. And he was like, don't you think it's a good idea to have you and my motherfucking mom's support and help or whatever with both of this? Like, I can't do this shit without you or whatever like that. He like, just give me a chance, like, really believe in me and motherfucking see that I can do this or whatever, and you know, I'm going to, you know, show you or whatever like that. So, you know, he pulled on Dr. Edwards' heartstrings too, and Dr. Edwards was like, okay, like, I'm gonna give you a chance, I trust you, whatever, I'm gonna be here for you and all this other shit. Norman motherfucking, like, Dr. Edwards leave out the motherfucking room. Norman ass wipe his little tears away and then got this old evil ass motherfucking demonic ass smirk on his goddamn face. And I was like, oh, you old evil ass bitch. Like, you just evil. Just fucking evil. Like, just evil. So, fucking Norma is back at fucking home. She just making it home, whatever like that. She comes to the door and fucking, Romero surprises her with a big ass flat screen TV or whatever like that. And you know, he's all happy and shit. Norma's kind of indifferent. She's just like, what the fuck? Norman is coming home. So he like, what do you mean? Like, why did you do that or whatever like that? She's like, I don't know. I didn't know what to do. He was crying, begging me to come home. Like, what the fuck was I supposed to do or whatever? I just told him, yeah, he can come home. So he was like, don't you think that we should have discussed that together and all this other shit? So he was kind of mad for a hot second. You know, she like, don't be mad or whatever. I didn't know what to do. So he was like, it's cool. We gonna get through this together, whatever like that. Like, I'm gonna be here for you and Norman. We gonna work through this together, whatever like that. I was like, that's good, bitch. Y'all a family now. Like, y'all need to motherfucking do something. So the show kind of motherfucking ended with Norman coming home. He was packing his shit up. Everything was all in slow motion. You know, he packed his medications up. He left his paper mache dog, and I was like, why would you leave him? That nigga was very motherfucking alive. Like, bitch, I wanted that. Like, that shit was so motherfucking cute. And I'm like, what the fuck? You know, he walks through the little TV area and motherfucking have a little moment with Julian, because Julian told him earlier in the episode that he wasn't never gonna get out, and that if he did get out, he was gonna come back or whatever like that. You know, Norman had to read his ass for a motherfucking minute. It was like, bitch, I'm not like you. You know, bitch, you whack. Like, bitch, I'm not whack. So, you know, he had to rub it in Julian's face one little good time. And, you know, he come home or whatever like that. So I was like, you know what, bitch, it's about to be some shit. And as you can motherfucking see, bitch, on the previews for the next episode, it's gonna be some motherfucking shits. Norman is gonna be jealous as fuck of Romero and his mama's relationship, bitch. He gonna be drilling holes in the wall to watch them fucking shit. And I said, bitch, I ain't got time, Norman. Like, you be on some weird shit, dog. Like, take your ass back to Pondview. Like, oh, bitch, everything was good till your ass came the fuck out. I bet this bitch ain't motherfucking, she ain't sewing curtains no more. Bet 25. Bet 25 she ain't sewing no motherfucking curtains no more because Norman stressed her the fuck out. But that was my review, y'all. Let me know what y'all think. Make sure y'all click the thumbs up button. Share this video on all y'all social networks. And hit the motherfucking subscribe button. And I'll see y'all next time.